we see it, when the fight begins. Steel is all fire within. Every jab, every hook, every thunderous blow. Dances with destiny, a relentless flow.
Thanks for tuning in. See Andy back with another video. Like, comment, subscribe to the channel if you like the content. On deck, Crawford says the Spence rematch will likely happen, that they have unfinished business. You know, as far as for us, that'll kind of put that debate to rest, seeing what happened in the rematch. But he was saying, God willing, if Spence take care of his business versus FUNDORA, get the victory, get those 2 titles, and if he handle his business coming up real soon, actually a couple weeks away, that's just a fight that makes sense. That's the money fight. It'll take care of the rematch clause that they had from their previous from the previous fight last year. And speaking on those fights, I think it's going to be a big adjustment for those two. If they both can get the win, that's going to be great. I think that'll be real good. But we might see a different version of Spence. We might see Spence come out, try to box, try to be more of a counter puncher. We might not see that Spence that walks you down, pressure going to the body, trying to corner you, trying to get you to the ropes, beat you down that way. If he's able to take FUNDORA's power early, trying to figure it out in the adjustment period, if he can take the punch from at 154, I think we'll see that Spence be used too late. But gotta see how it works out. Like I said, different version. They gotta focus, lock in. Same with Crawford. You know, I think Crawford gonna be able to get it done. But he's going to have to see how he can handle that power at 154. I know a couple people predict that. Well, speaking of that, I'll say Eddie Hearn. He's one of them. He said he think Crawford bit off more than he could chew going up to 154. I don't feel that way. I think Crawford will get it done, but I think he got to be cautious. But I think him being able to adjust, being able to use his footwork, you know, he can go southpaw, orthodox, switch it up different ways, different attacks. And once he kind of figures you out, Crawford has great pressure. So I think he'll get it done versus Israel, but just got to be real cautious. And like he said, if they both handle business, that's the fight we'll see. And speaking for myself, you know, well, a lot of us, we feel like Spence, you know, at 147, he kind of was pushing it. You know, to me, he just did not look the same. That's not the Spence that I'm used to seeing. To me, he did look drained. He didn't look like he was in good health. So that'll put that debate to rest with that. Crawford, I think for him, you know, if he's able to beat Spence twice, different divisions, I don't think there's any room for any excuse. It'll just be, okay, Crawford just the more skilled fighter. Speaking on that, I think Spence does have to adjust if he gets Crawford again, bring up that defense, and he's definitely going to change up his attack, because it looked like Crawford had him figured out before they even stepped in the ring. So hit the comment section. Let me know if you still got any interest at all in that Spence versus Crawford fight and who you think would win. As for Crawford, you know, a lot of talks. He was saying the Canelo fight he's still looking at, but to me, my personal opinion, I don't think there's any upside for Canelo to even face Crawford. I don't think they'll get in the ring unless they give Canelo a tremendous amount of money. And as far as Boots, I don't think it's enough. Crawford versus Boots, I don't think there's enough upside for Crawford, even if he beats Boots. I think, you know, if he loses, okay, but if he beats Boots, I still don't really see that being a big money fight. I don't see that fight really even selling really well. I'm not sure. You know, hit the comment section. Let me know what you think. But I think Canelo would just make more sense for him to go toward Benavidez. That's the fight he probably should take. And I think it'd be good for Crawford to take on Charlo. To me, that's just a fight that makes sense. But good to hear that Crawford still talking about that's the fight he's looking for. Just makes sense. You know, that's the big fight out there right now. Crawford being probably, well, I got him as the pound for pound. excuse me. I got Crawford being the pound for pound. You know, he's still up there. Tank Davis, Canelo, all those guys. But if he can beat Spence at 154, I can see Crawford. He's kind of ambitious. Maybe even taking it to 160. So hit the comment section. Let me know what you think. Peace.